Hello, Hillsborough. It's Tyler. So maybe this is just me, but I love that feeling you get when you just finish cutting your grass in the summertime and the yard looks so good and it lasts like a day. But I always wonder if there's things I'm not doing that I should be doing. So today our friend Lynn is here. She's with the county's extension office. They offer so many resources and classes for residents, but today we're going to pick her brain about Florida-friendly landscaping. There's a lot of great info in this conversation, and I know Hilary and I learned a lot, so hopefully you do too, and let's get to it.
Hello, Hillsborough.
Hello, Hilary.
Hey, Tyler. How's it going?
Pretty good. I'm about recovered from pickleball.
Yes,
But
I was a little sore.
but had a lot of fun. And you know what else is fun is you just had a birthday.
I did.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I
I'm a
didn't-
year older.
I didn't tell you in person because I knew I was going to see you today.
Oh, thank you, Tyler.
What's even more exciting is I also had a birthday like a few weeks back. So we're not that far apart.
I know. And I wished you happy birthday at that point, just
You
for the
did.
record, because I didn't wish you it on the podcast, but I did in person.
And I've been thinking about our podcast because it's almost been a year since we launched.
Is our 1 year
1
birthday
year.
coming up?
It doesn't feel like a year because it's been so much fun.
My gosh.
But we
It flew by.
yeah, but a podcast isn't that different from a tree.
Okay.
It
You know
starts it starts as a little seed and you plant it in the ground of
I'm not even
of
stopping. I'm
listeners.
just listening.
And then with the proper care and attention and nurturing, it can grow into something really amazing that reaches a lot of people. I'm getting all
See,
choked
Tyler
up
says
just saying these things.
I have such a great idea of how I'm going to intro this conversation we're about to have. And then he comes out with the best metaphor ever. And I don't even know how to follow it up, except for you're so right. And we're about to learn about how you can really nurture your landscape with, I would say, like the expert of all experts in Florida-friendly landscaping in our area.
Definitely.
Her name is Lynn, and she's with the county's extension office.
She's going to teach us how we can best utilize this really crazy environment we have here in Florida with all the heat and all the rain, and how we can make our yard look pretty, but in a very affordable way. So let's get into it.
Let's do it. Let's talk to Lynn.
Hello, Hillsborough.
All right, we have Lynn here with us today. Lynn, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
And you're with Extension Service, which explain what that is.
Okay, it's Hillsborough County Extension. So in the state of Florida, we have 67 counties. There's an extension office in each one of the 67 counties, and we have different departments. So we have someone that handles financial management, and then I'm in environmental horticulture, and I work with homeowner associations and other groups. We have another agent that works with non-HOA residents. We have commercial agents that work with farmers and people that do landscape irrigation, things like that. You name it, we've got it.
So it's sort of a function of Hillsborough County, and it shares some of that with University of Florida.
Absolutely.
So, Lynn, when I think of you, because I've worked with you for 3 years now, like you are like the landscaping queen. And she has truly she has sent me pictures of her yard and her hanging pots and all of her plants, and it's beautiful. So this is why I love Florida-friendly landscaping, and I want to get into the 9 principles because that's really where we're going to learn the bulk of an action plan for ourselves. But to me, Florida-friendly landscaping focuses on like a holistic approach to the whole idea of landscaping. You're thinking about the environment, saving water, making sure wildlife is happy. You're making sure your yard is pretty, but with not but using the rainwater so you save yourself money. So let's just get into it. What's the first principle?
The first principle is right plant, right place. So if you don't have the right plant in the right place, it's not going to survive. And when we talk about right plant, right place, we're talking about sun, shade, all those location issues. And you have to be near a water source for plants because pretty much other than cactus and occasionally succulents, they don't have to have all that water, but plants do need a drink, just like we need a drink.
Love it.
Yeah.
And so what about the second one?
Okay, that's watering efficiently. So Watering efficiently means that you're not overusing the amount of water that you need. So identifying what you need versus what you're using is really important. So the good news about that is we have 2 people that their full-time job is to go out and evaluate irrigation systems, whether it's over the telephone, they can walk them through, or if it's in person. And if it's in person, they will be in the garage with the person that is the homeowner, but they will not touch the controller. So we don't want to touch any of the parts because we don't want any liability on that. And we want to teach the homeowner how to turn it on, how to change the zone, how to shut it off, and all of that. But every time they would switch to a different zone, they would go out in the landscape and look. And you would be surprised how many times that the pop-up sprays would be broken or at an angle, or the top is blown off of it. Or it could even be it's broken at the base if a landscape company would accidentally be edging and hit or nick a spray head that would be in the corner of the driveway and the sidewalk. Oh my, that happened to me. And I turned the irrigation on. And if you aren't walking outside and spending like 10 minutes watching each irrigation zone go on and make sure the heads are going up and the spray is in the right direction, you're probably just wasting a whole lot of water and money. So the third one is fertilizing appropriately. For fertilizer, you need to think about when do you need to use it, when should you not use it, and what is the best option that you have. So you can go into the big box stores and look at all different types of fertilizers, but you need to know, is it going to be good for this particular plant? Because different plants need different numbers on the fertilizer. So you have to be very careful, and over fertilizing is really a waste of money and time. And then what happens is you're going to get stormwater runoff picking up the fertilizer that's going to go down the driveway into the rain drain, or no, the storm drain. And then from there, where does it end up?
In our waterways.
Tampa Bay. So the biggest issue about that is, the water quality is maybe not as good as it should be, but with the number of people that are moving here that maybe haven't been educated to the extent that some of the people here have been, it could be a bigger pollution issue for us. And when we think about pollution and we think about the water and the temperature of the water, well, the hotter the water is in the Gulf, guess what? The more hurricanes or tropical storms we're going to have. So that's an issue too.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, what's the fourth? Is that where we're at? Number 4 principle?
Yeah, we're on mulch. I think that's
Okay.
4. Hang on.
So mulching and fertilizer are different.
Yes. Mulch is like you buy a bag of mulch. So it can be from an oak tree. It could be from a melaleuca tree, things like that.
And that does not have pesticides in it, or that does not have bad things in it like fertilizer.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Well, fertilizer isn't 100% bad either. You need to fertilize. It's like food for the plants. So it's just don't overdo it and follow the directions on the bag. But usually some people don't really want to read the directions and they just do what they think they should do, but they're not really doing the right thing.
Okay. So with mulch, is the idea there to protect the soil?
Actually, what it does is it retains moisture. So that means that you don't have to water as frequently. So when it rains, the mulch will suck up that moisture and then you're good to go. But don't put it up to the base of the plant because there's moisture in that, and then it could end up rotting the stem of the plant. So you need to pull it away at least 1 inch, 2 inch, maybe 3 inches away. And it doesn't look bad by doing that. And the thing about mulch and foundations is you really shouldn't put mulch all the way up to the side of your house, because what kind of critter does mulch attract? I'm thinking of a word that starts
Rats?
with a T.
Toad?
Termite.
Really?
Yeah.
Termites like mulch, and if it's right up against your house,
Yep.
forget about
they
it.
love wood.
They will have
So-
wood, yes.
So there's all kinds of wood mulches that are good.
Mhm.
And there's nothing wrong with them. A lot of people like the red mulch because it has a whole lot of color in the landscape, but maybe the dye is okay. I don't know. I would rather have just regular
Natural.
mulch. Yes.
All natural.
I was not aware, and maybe this is just me, that mulch had a function beyond just like cosmetic, making your
Absolutely.
garden look
It
good.
breaks down, adds nutrients to the soil. It's wonderful.
Because we have a garden that has rocks in it, and I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think the rocks do anything.
They don't. They're not going to add anything to the soil, and they could be absorbing heat. And if it's too close to the base of the plant, that really isn't fair to the plant.
Yeah.
Get rid of those rocks, Tyler.
I'll do it today.
Okay, so now moving on to, are we on the 5th one now?
Yes, attracting wildlife.
Yes,
Oh,
my
man.
favorite one.
That's my favorite one too. I love that one.
Mhm.
Oh, I love bird feeders. I have 3 different kinds of bird feeders. So I had this one that was very expensive, and when the battery went up to $45, I decided I wasn't going to continue to use that one. But it was a flipper. So I won't give you the whole name of it. But if a squirrel got on it, it would buzz around in a circle and it would flip the squirrel off. And if the squirrel was really coordinated, he could actually grab the oak tree and catch it. So I was just like sitting on the porch laughing.
That is amazing.
Unbelievable.
Wow, I didn't know that type of bird feeder existed.
Yes, it does. But it's not cheap. The batteries were expensive, so
right.
I gave up on that.
Can you really put a price on the face Hilary has right now learning about this?
I'm just
stuff?
imagining the squirrel. And
Oh, it was funny.
that is so funny. Okay, so what's the 6th principle?
Managing yard pests responsibly. So what that means is you need to identify the pest, because if you don't know what it is, you're not going to buy the right stuff. And make sure that the pest is really a pest as opposed to a good bug, because there's good bugs and there's not so good bugs.
We learned that during our mosquito episode.
We sure did.
There are good mosquitoes out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you need to look at that, and then you need to look at the ingredients, and you need to educate yourself on what should I use and what shouldn't I use, and what if something else gets into this. And you have to be really careful if you have children and pets, because you don't want them getting anywhere near any of these products either. So we have a nice little small wooden shed in the Betty Walker Discovery Garden, which is in the courtyard of our office. And we had a display of all of the safe chemicals. And then we kind of put garden tools in there. But now we're going to go back and restock it with the chemicals so that when we have people coming through, because we have a lot of tours that come through and people that want to use our conference center, and then they walk around. So we want to be sure that they know the right products that they should buy that aren't going to be harmful.
And speaking of that, while we're on topic, the Extension Service office is in Seffner on
Yes.
County Road 579, right?
Correct.
And what she's talking about is this beautiful garden that's in the center of this building. And it's filled with Florida-friendly landscaping. It's really fun to see. And you can stop by the office if you have questions about any of this at any time, really, right?
Yes. Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
All right. So what's the last 2 principles?
I'm so glad Hilary's here because I would have forgotten we were on.
I feel like a
principle.
professor.
Okay, recycling. Recycle whatever you can recycle. You know, people rake their leaves and then they put them in the trash. You could still use those. You can use leaves as mulch. So you might want to wet them down a little bit so they wouldn't blow away, but that's great. There's all kinds of really good mulches. So Melaleuca, eucalyptus, those are really good. You need to have it about 2 to 3 inches deep when it settles, and you want to pull it away, as we said, from the base of the plants, and you don't want it right up next to your house either.
Okay. That makes sense. And what's the last one?
All right, then reduce stormwater runoff. So you can reduce stormwater runoff if you have porous surfaces for your walkways. And harvesting rainwater, you use that to water your plants. Rain gardens, you could have a swale, you could have a berm, any of those things, and they will catch and filter the rainwater. Pollutants like pet waste, car oil, you need to clean that up and be sure that that's not going down the drain, down the storm drains, things like that. When I see people that are getting rid of their pool water and they have like it would be an older pool, like the blue tape that then they run it down their driveway and it goes into the storm drain. So all the chemicals that are in the pool are then polluting what's going to ultimately end up in the bay. So that's
Right.
not good either.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like we could think about more. I could think about more.
I think everybody probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this stuff. I mean, we say this a lot on the show, but even if you're good at this stuff, you can be better.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So if we follow the 9 Florida-friendly landscaping principles, is the idea that if we're using native plants and we're doing all the things right, then a lot of this can be maintained by the rain and just by the environment?
Yes, and even native and non-native adaptive plants. So those
Right.
are fine too.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So if you've ever been in a yard that just screams Florida friendly landscaping, then you know how beautiful it can be. And Tampa Bay Water does do the WaterWise Awards. So if you have a lovely garden, you can put your name in for that award, right?
Yes, and that applies to Pasco, Pinellas, and Hillsborough County. So my team and I work with the city of Tampa and unincorporated Hillsborough County and anything that's within the county. I'm very sad that I had 3 entries so far, so we are promoting it. You get a free landscape irrigation or irrigation evaluation and comments about what you should and shouldn't do and how you could maybe make your landscape better. So even if you don't win, you've got like 3-4 people coming out giving you information that you may have had to pay elsewhere. So
Oh,
So if you think you're already doing things right, folks, you should go for the WaterWise Award.
Yeah.
absolutely.
yeah, there's something for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
So just look at tampabaywaterwise.org.
Perfect. And then where can we learn about all of the Florida friendly landscaping principles?
Oh, you can learn that if you go to the University of Florida and just type in FFL principles, it'll come right up.
Perfect.
You can come to our office. You can walk around the garden. You can pick up all kinds of brochures about things you may be interested in, gardening or any other area. We do have an agent that teaches financial management, and she gives some tax advice and seminars. You name it, we've got it.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm feeling motivated to go to my yard and
I know. And
put down some
I have a
mulch.
feeling I'm going to be out there a lot this summer. So this
Getting
is
rid of the
probably good
rocks.
that we did this today.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Lynn.
thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, Hillsborough.
All right. Well, I never considered myself much of a plant person, but I think I'm ready to take that on. I think I can do this.
Yeah, I feel much more confident.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like even if you only start off with following maybe 2 or 3 of the Florida friendly landscaping principles, that's a good start.
Well, and it's a list. You can just
Yeah.
work your way down.
There you go.
And some are easier than others. I'm sure some are easier said than done.
You know what's so fun is if you do get stuck or you're like, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with this plant or what I'm supposed to plant here, you really can just stop by that extension office. Like, you walk in and there's agents there like ready to help you. I love going there.
I've never been
Or
there.
you can call them, obviously, if you don't want to go in person, but it's really pretty.
Will you take me there?
I will. I'll take you to the butterfly garden.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay.
One of my secret spots in the county. All right, so we're ready. We can check in with each other in a couple of weeks, or maybe it'll take us a couple of months to see how our yards are looking. Because I got some ideas.
And these things take time. So
Yes, for sure.
let's give ourselves some of that too. But I think we're both ready to get started. Since our show is called Hello Hillsborough, we don't say goodbye here, but what we do say is thank you so much for joining us. However you spend your day, we really appreciate you taking the time to listen. Remember to click that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode.
And be sure to follow your favorite county on social media. We are at Hillsborough FL on all the platforms. And for more information on everything Hillsborough County, visit hcfl.gov. I'm Hilary.
And I'm Tyler.
Until next time.